Welcome to INFINTECH, charting the future of banking. Organised by Logate, your painless vendor for digital journey, in partnership with Mastercard. Together towards tomorrow.
Good afternoon. I have a great pleasure to represent BLIK today here in Czarna Gora. It's always difficult to start after the coffee break, but I'm happy to see that you're back here. So I'm excited to share with you a story of how BLIK transformed payments in Poland, going from a humble start to forceful power in the payment industry. So let's start like in a good fairy tale. Somewhere behind 7 mountains, behind 7 rivers in Central Europe lies a country called Poland. And if we move back to 2015, payments in Poland are somehow established. Traditional banking with pay by links is quite strong in online payments. Cards are getting traction in point of sales. And people have their habits of how to pay. But it is also the time when the digital life is starting to grow. And there is a gap in payments for a modern, simply payment method that would answer these growing digital expectations. So 6 Polish banks decided to launch BLIK. So it was started with a vision to address this gap in payments. And what was unique about this initiative is that it was not just a fintech, but it was supported by the traditional banking sector. And many were skeptical at first, because why would Polish banks cooperate to create something unified instead of just competing with each other? But that collaboration became our strongest power that allowed us to offer BLIK already to 90% of the banked customers in Poland just within 3 years, also reaching the threshold of 100 million transactions. And we transformed from alternative payment method into a strong local payment method. And today, in 2024, we are thinking about becoming a regional player that will be also available on different markets. And with this on mind, I'm also proud to announce that just on the 2nd September 2024, BLIK has been launched in Slovakia. And on the 1st of October, we have been granted a payment system license by the National Bank of Romania, which is paving the way for us to launch commercially there in 2025. So what is BLIK? BLIK in its core was designed to be simple. It allows a customer to generate this 6-digit code within mobile banking application. So it's not a separate solution, it's just something that you find in your banking app. This code is valid for 2 minutes and allows to do a transaction in online, in traditional point of sales, also to withdraw money in ATM. We address the main pain points of the customers and offer them something that is simple, convenient, quick, and secure. And this is what customers says about why they use BLIK. The flow is quite easy and universal. So first you choose BLIK as your payment method, either on online website, either in a terminal at a point of sales, or in this ATM machine. Then you open your mobile banking application and press a button to generate this 6-digit code. Usually this is the top functionality in all the Polish mobile banking apps, and you don't even have to log into the app to generate this code. Then you enter that code in terminal, in website, in ATM, and your mobile banking application is sending you a push with all the details of the transaction. So who is the merchant, what is the amount. And you accept the transaction by using your PIN to your mobile banking application, or if your mobile banking application allows it, you can also use biometrics. We had a history of e-commerce today in the morning presented by Gabriel. So you know that at that time e-commerce was already booming. And we somehow took advantage of this. We cooperated with major e-commerce players to integrate BLIK into their solution. And right now, we have a dominant position in the e-commerce with 60% of the transaction in last year, so 2023, done by BLIK. Only 20% by Visa and Mastercard combined together. This year, I think we're heading more for 70% of this market. And with that, we also have 16 million last year, but right now it's almost 70 million customers, active customers, so at least one transaction in the last 30 days. So it's also the majority of mobile banking customers in Poland are using BLIK on a regular basis. So the 9 years history of the transaction is very rapid growth, starting from 0 in 2015, going into 1.8 billion transactions last year. And we are not slowing down because this year I think we're heading at 2.5 million. If we look into the share between different use cases that we are supporting, majority comes from the e-commerce because this is where we became a dominant. But right now, peer-to-peer and also in-store transactions are the fastest growing category. So people take this online experience and also explore it in other flows, in other use cases. So what were the key success factors for BLIK? First of all, we created product that was really answering the customer needs in the payment area, and it became a love brand. We've noticed that at some point, BLIK was no longer the solution that was used once for a specific kind of transaction. It was something that became a part of a daily payments, everyday payments that customers were doing. They were using BLIK for all kinds of payments that they had to do. You can see here Net Promoter Score. So how likely would you recommend BLIK to your friends? And we are very proud to have it on the level of the Apple, because we know that Apple is a company obsessed with UX, and we're also following that path. We want to deliver the best user experience. Also, brand recognition, if we look at the payments for BLIK, is really the best in Poland because it's boosting 60% of this top-of-mind recognition and 96% of supported recognition, which is far ahead of Visa and Mastercard that were present on market for many, many years longer. And also the gap between BLIK and Google Pay or Apple Pay is really big. We took advantage of what was happening at the time with user behaviors. Yes, we were switching to digital, but also we were switching from, as customers, we were switching from online to mobile. And with being embedded into the mobile banking, we really grabbed the trend and took advantage of this. And I think that following the customer behaviors is also one of our success factors. Product excellence and product innovation, developing new flows is also something what is very important for us. We didn't stop at one use case. We are trying to deliver best user experience in many different places. We are trying to add new flows. Like in 2020, we added contactless payments into the in-store because we believed that this will deliver better user experience than putting 6-digit code. This year we launched Buy Now, Pay Later because we know that this is something that customers right now are looking for in the e-commerce. We are planning to launch recurring payments next year to support growing economy of subscription. So we never stop to search for new features. We never stop for trying to anticipate what will be also the future customer needs. BLIK, what is important is that BLIK is not just a payment method. This is the whole ecosystem. So we are part of banking that customers use and they trust this mobile banking, and that would not be possible without strong partnerships. From the very beginning, we were working very closely with banks, also with acquirers and merchants, and trying to understand and deliver benefits to all the players of this payment flow. For banks, we are bringing active customers to their mobile banking applications. So instead of moving customers towards solutions like Google Play or Apple Pay, the customer is kept with bank. Yes, it's his mobile banking application is the solution that he uses every day to pay for shopping. For gateways, it's just the possibility to offer local payment method at attractive pricing. For merchants, they can deliver something that is convenient for their customers and what actually brings them also better conversion. And I think this collaboration, this ecosystem was very important in our success, because only thanks to this we were able to build the network effect where the more people used BLIK, the more benefits it brought to all the players. And then getting this much traction in Poland, getting to that point that we were dominant in e-commerce in Poland, we started to think, what's next? Is it possible to go to other markets? And we believe that yes, it is possible. We started that journey already with launching Slovakia. Next year we will launch Romania. But what we also have in our mind is to build a solution that will be settled in euro and that will be open for every player in the Eurozone, that would enable us to really become a regional strong player. Quite often we get questions about how do we see the future of payments in Europe. Will it stay fragmented just as it is now, very divided between different markets? Will it be totally unified? There will be one solution that will win the whole market. This is something that API, European Payment Initiative, is trying to do with Vero. Our view on that is that within a few years we will see some changes in the market. There will be some consolidations. There will be some players that will expand from the domestic markets. And at the end, the market will be shared between a handful of players who are able to deliver the best user experience and win over the customers. And we believe that if we look just at the e-commerce space, there is enough space for having these few strong players. And we think that this is how the competition on the European payment market will go. So, as a summary of this presentation, I would like you to remember or take maybe some inspiration that being a local player who knows the local needs of the customers, who can combine it with the product and excellence, who can combine it with strong partnerships, it is possible to be a local player, but with a more global impact. It is possible to compete with the global solution and global brands. So whether you're from the payment industry or you're just interested in innovations, I hope that this will somehow inspire you, that you can be local and you can go beyond. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed sharing with you.